What is going on, survivors? ManicGuitar here with another installment of Ark Tutorial Evolved. What we will be doing today is nothing short of amazing. Again, we will be getting into another segment of Ark-Eology. Episode 2 for Ark-Eology, we will be covering the Parasaurolophus. It might sound a little silly, it might sound a little cool to me. It's Parasaurolophus amphibio from Ark, the Parasaur, something that we're all somewhat familiar with. It has a big old crest on his head. We'll be getting into everything with him. If you do, however, want to catch up with some base catch-up, we will get into that in our probably next episode, or you can jump into SPC RedIrish's channel, of which I will have a link to in the description, as well as a card popping up in the right hand corner. So guys, without further delay, let us get into our Parasaurolophus amphibio, and here's all the new stuff in the base. So guys, if you want to follow that, make sure to check out the next video and we will get into that. But let's go find ourselves a Parasaur. This is going to be take number, I want to say 4, so I am going to have a good time trying to find a new one, because they just keep dying on me or whatnot. A couple things you're going to want to have for this. You're going to need a couple fun toys, such as the bola, to make sure they don't run away, because they are skittish. Very skittish herbivores from the late Cretaceous period, of which laying eggs is a primary concern. They are pretty much the best for laying eggs, as they're not going to be good for really much else. They do not get very much thatch, fiber, or berries from harvesting, and they're pretty much just good for pack animals. So they're going to have a little bit of extra carry weight when you work with them a little bit. Just make sure you use them for that kind of stuff and you won't have any issues. But let's go find ourselves a Parasaur, and we will get into the specifics of the real life animal once we down this guy. Now guys, you're seeing a lot of trikes out there. I always see a lot of trikes. They're kind of everywhere. And Bronos on cliffs are amazing, because that's not really where a Brono would want to be. Anyway, I'm kind of surprised we're not finding any Parasaurs out here. They're relatively common usually. Here we go. Here's a beautiful Parasaur. I hope you're a female, because I could use some eggs. If not, there's another one right next to you. Very close. Now guys, the preferred kibble for these guys is going to be vegetables, followed by miho berries. Level 150 female. Damn, you're gonna take some time. Pump a couple in your face. We're using darts because I don't have, or arrows because I don't have darts yet. I don't want this guy to run, so I'm just going to make sure he stays bola'd. I hope she doesn't get away. And there we go. We had ourselves a downed Parasaur. Now guys, this is going to take a little bit of time, but again, recommended kibble for this is going to be our vegetables. I have a handful of them, as well as some other berries and stuff, and I want to be right next to her for a little bit of that protection, because I don't want anything coming up and killing her like the last time, because that really was not fun. Okay, Parasaur down guys. Now let's get into a new segment of Ark-Eology. Alright, I'm sure all of you guys remember these scenes from the Lost World Jurassic Park, when InGen comes in and starts hunting all the dinosaurs for their own personal gain. Here we see a Parasaurolophus being brought down by a bunch of guys in the scene for capture. Alright survivors, here we go again with another installment of Ark-Eology. Today we are covering the Parasaurolophus, walkeri, tubicen, and cyrtocristatus. I do hope I pronounced those correctly. All of these animals lived in the late Cretaceous period, roughly 76.5 to 74.5 million years ago. Now the meaning of the name Parasaurolophus is Greek, so we are getting back to our Greek roots. We are going with para, either meaning beside or near, sauros meaning lizard, and lophos meaning crest, so it is either beside crested lizard or near crested lizard. I prefer near crested lizard. I think it sounds kind of cooler. Discovered by a field party from the University of Toronto in 1920 along the near Sand Creek along Red Deer River in Alberta, Canada, also known as the Campanian Age Upper Cretaceous Dinosaur Park Formation, William Parks discovered and named the specimen in 1920 and officially named it in 1922 Parasaurolophus walkeri, in honor of Sir Byron Edmund Walker, chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Royal Ontario Museum. However, that was our very first discovery. Our next discovery was discovered only 1 year later in San Juan County, New Mexico in 1921 in the Kirtland formations, sent to Uppsala, Sweden for further study by Carl Wimman, who described as a second species of Parasaurolophus and named Parasaurolophus tubicen in 1931. However, there was yet another discovery of another species of parasaur within a very short amount of time. In 1961, also in New Mexico, Parasaurolophus cyrtocristatus, discovered and named Curtis for shortened, cristatus for crest. So it's a shortened crested Parasaurolophus. It is found in the top of the Fruitland Formations or the Kirtland Formations, not 100% positive which. It describes both, and both are roughly in the same area. More of the same species have been discovered in Garfield County, Utah, so everything seems to be in the North American continent at this point. All three species can be distinguished by the crests atop their head, which were thought to be used for several different functions: identification of species, sex, sound amplification for communication, and thermoregulation. There are differences in crests, however, each animal does have a slightly different crests. These can be different and grow with age and may be used to describe the sex of the species. Thus, Parasaurolophus cyrtocristatus was thought to be the female version of the Parasaurolophus tubicen. Originally thought to be used as a snorkel and used for aquatic lifestyle, this was actually dismissed due to lack of holes in the end of the crest that would be used for snorkeling. However, this is where Ark gets its dino's name from. The dino name in Ark is Parasaurolophus amphibio. Also, the connected frill of skin between the crest and the back of the neck is usually artistic license. Ark decided to use that, as well as use the snorkel option for the upper part of the crest so the dinosaur can actually breathe a little bit when it's slightly submerged in water. Kind of a cool little tidbit of information. However, the crests were actually more used for communication and identification, made up of the premaxilla and nasal bones, so the nasal passage leads from nose to the top of the crest and back again. The crest was actually hollow, and depending on the species, depended on how much there was bone-wise inside the crest. Some were more hollow than others. Now let's get into the paleobiology, including the diet and the feeding. Being a large bipedal and quadrupedal herbivore, this dinosaur was able to walk on its hind legs as well as all four legs for motion, usually hind legs as you see in game. Eating plants was its main source of food, of course, because it was an herbivore. The skull was great for the grinding motion during chewing because of the way the jaw was connected to the rest of the skull. There was continuous replacement of teeth, very much like a shark. There were hundreds and hundreds of teeth in that mouth that just kept popping back up and filling in the gaps as needed, but it was not always needed, so this guy had a huge supply of teeth, never having to worry about running out. It was able to feed from the ground to 4 meters or 13 feet into the air, and the beak was much narrower than similar cousin species, making it easy to be very selective during the feeding process. Now, the size of this animal, I've heard mixed depending on, of course, the species themselves, anywhere from 9 meters to 10 meters long, 31 feet long to 33 feet long, roughly 1.8 meters or 8 feet tall, weighing 2.7 tons to 3 tons. That's kind of the wide spectrum of info I got when it comes to the size. Now, guys, as you see in game, this animal is pretty true to those specifications, depending, of course, how big you make your character. I usually leave mine stock, but it is a rather big animal, a great early tame in game. But guys, that is information I have for you on our Parasaurolophus, everything from our amphibio to the walkeri, tubicen, and cyrtocristatus. So guys, if you enjoy this information, make sure to leave a comment, make sure to leave a like, and I will do more of these in the future. Right now I have a poll up on my Twitter account, ManicGuitar, also in the link up on my YouTube page. So guys, make sure to vote for the next animal we will be covering. Thanks guys, let's get back to the tame. Holy crap. Damn, man. Guys, brief break. We are checking out a Titanosaur here. This is completely new to me and it looks like Godzilla. Wow, look at the armor on that guy. Wow. Okay guys, that is some Titanosaur poop you just saw. That was massive. Dang. Alright guys, there you have it. An official tame again. What can we name you? I think we're gonna name you... I don't even know. Let's go with Shenane. Nay. Just because I couldn't think of a good name. So, Shenane here is our new Parasaur. As you can see, all finished, ready to go. The saddle is unlockable at level 10. So you can build it at level 10 and then you get yourself a Parasaur who can carry stuff. But there we go guys, Parasaur finished. Let's get her back to base and make sure everything else is all ready to go. Alright guys, that has been a very fun video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the extra stuff that we had to tell about Parasaurolophus, amphibio, as well as Parasaurolophus, cyrtocristatus, tubicen, and walkeri. Those are the real life dinosaurs. I hope you guys are enjoying all the new Ark-Eology stuff. That is, of course, my own personal coined term. Ark-Eology is my thing, and Ark-Eology is actually the study of humankind. Paleontology, however, is the study of dinosaurs. So don't get them confused, guys. Just because I decided to use some sort of an abbreviation makes life easy for me. Now we're going to get him back to base, and we're going to end this video, guys. I appreciate everything. If you guys like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment in the description below if there's anything else you guys would like to see, because I am always open to suggestion. And again, I will be doing polls for our next dino series in Ark-Eology on my Twitter account, so make sure to subscribe to my Twitter account as well. Follow me on there for any news, stats, anything you guys want to know about what I'm going to be doing in the future. But guys, thank you again for watching. My name is ManicGuitar. I love that you guys are following this, so keep it up, guys. I will catch you all later. ManicGuitar out. Peace.